Have you ever witnessed something so bizarre, so utterly unexpected, that you questioned if you were the only one truly awake? That was me, one early morning in the morgue, right in the heart of the city's most prestigious hospital, watching the so-called corpse of a tech mogul's wife twitch under my touch like I'd just summoned her back from the grave. You know what I'm talking about? Look, I didn't start that day expecting my world to turn upside down. I was just Aisha Carter, the unseen one, the youngest on staff, the only black woman navigating those sterile, gleaming halls of Pinnacle Medical Center, place so spotless you could eat off the floor, but heaven help you if you tarnished its reputation with a single misstep. Every day was the same. Harsh white LED lights overhead, air heavy with disinfectant, staff so courteous it stung, and me, hustling to stay small, silent, unnoticeable. Officially, I was a patient care tech, prepping bodies, sanitizing rooms, handling paperwork. Unofficially, if someone vomited, if something reeked, if the job was too gruesome, they called me. That's how I learned. Don't complain, don't question, don't screw up. Just be better than everyone else, and maybe they'll leave you alone. That was the dream, at least. I'd grown accustomed to the rhythm, bodies in, bodies out. I kept it clinical, respectful, whispering small prayers over each zipper, memorizing faces even when no one else cared. But that morning, as the sun crept over the skyscrapers outside, coffee in hand, badge dangling, I felt something was off. Whispers echoed in the halls, higher-ups glided like specters, security posted at every exit. The air was taut, electric, even before they called my name. Big news. Vanessa Sterling, yes, that Sterling was coming in. Tech billionaire's wife, society's darling, dead from an alleged heart attack. Her smile had graced every magazine cover, her perfect outfits dazzling at gala after gala. Now, she was here, zipped into a body bag, flanked by more suits than a head of state. Marcus, another tech, helped me move her into Chamber B. The moment the paperwork changed hands, those men in black vanished like they'd never existed. You'd think I'd be numb by now, having seen so many bodies, but when I pulled back the sheet, my breath hitched. Vanessa didn't look dead. Her skin had an odd flush, her lips a glossy coral, her hair flawless. I pressed her arm, felt a faint warmth, muscles that hadn't stiffened. Something in me screamed danger. Marcus dismissed it. She's gone, Aisha. Paperwork's clear. Don't start seeing things. But I couldn't let it go. After he left, I stood over her, heart racing, scanning every detail. No rigor, no clear signs of death. The longer I stared, the more certain I became. Something was wrong. What if she wasn't gone? What if this was a mistake, or worse, a cover-up? Maybe it was reckless, but I did what I did next. I raised my hand and slapped her hard, loud, desperate. The sound ricocheted off the steel walls, and for one wild moment, I regretted it. Then her eyelids fluttered. Her fingers twitched. Her chest rose, a gasp struggling free. Oh my God, she's alive, I whispered, fumbling for the emergency button, mind spinning, hands trembling. Marcus burst back in, eyes wide. What the? Then Vanessa's eyes opened, glazed with panic. Chaos erupted, doctors, nurses, alarms blaring. She was alive, pulse faint but real. I should have felt victorious. Instead, when Victor Sterling stormed in, fury radiating from his tailored suit, I got accused. You hit my wife? Are you out of your mind? He spat, ignoring the truth, ignoring that I'd just saved her life. Not one person in that room defended me. Yeah, that happened. Later, alone in the hallway, the real blow landed, not a slap, but a shift from invisible to dangerous. Staff avoided my eyes. Gossip swirled. Not hero, but threat. Not skilled, but criminal. I'd crossed a line, not just protocol, but the unspoken hierarchy. Now, because I'd touched someone like Vanessa, someone like me was at the center of a storm. Admin summoned me upstairs, sat me in a room with HR, legal, security. Just routine questions, they said. They wanted my every thought, every move. I told them plainly. I saw signs of life. I acted on instinct. Legal pressed, pin tapping. On instinct and experience. Silence. The COO finally spoke. We're placing you on leave pending investigation. Protected, they called it. I called it scapegoating. That night, in my apartment, city lights flickering through the blinds, I watched the news. They spun it as a medical miraclino mention of the morgue, no mention of me. The hospital, desperate to control the narrative, started erasing tracks crisis meetings, hush strategies, my name on their lips, but never allowed. Then came a knock. Detective Julian Torres, calm and sharp-eyed, handed me a folder. Evidence. Vanessa had been chemically sedated, not dead. Someone had staged it. You did the right thing, he said, the first, and for a while, the only one to say it. Across town, Vanessa, finally awake, whispered, "She saved me." But Victor locked down her room, silenced every nurse, plotted PR. Still, word leaked. A whistleblower dropped internal emails, and suddenly my name shifted, no longer villain, but maybe, just maybe, a hero. Social media ignited. The story couldn't be buried. Then came the twist I never expected. Vanessa wanted to speak to me. She told me everything: the plan to escape her abusive marriage, the lover who was supposed to help her vanish, the drugs that slowed her heart to a crawl. But it all went wrong. Her rescuer took the money and disappeared, leaving her trapped in her own body, nearly lost forever. My slap, that desperate act, pulled her back. She wanted the truth out about Victor, about Ethan, about herself. She wanted me cleared and the man who betrayed her found. The investigation went public. Ethan was caught boarding a plane out of state. Headlines exploded. A morgue tech's intuition had foiled a deadly plot. The hospital had failed its own standards, and even billionaires couldn't buy silence forever. The hospital crumbled under scrutiny. The chief of pathology resigned. Administrators were suspended, and me? They reinstated me, full apology, offered a promotion. I accepted, but quietly. It didn't end there. Vanessa filed for divorce, started a foundation for women escaping control. I led patient advocacy, changed protocols, spoke out about bias and the cost of silence. People reached out: strangers, nurses, students, calling me brave, humble, a hero. But all I did was refuse to look away, to ignore life when I saw it. Even when the headlines faded, something real endured. The hospital changed, staff listened more. I ran ethics seminars, pushed for lasting change. Sometimes, I'd stand in the morgue, hand on that cold table, remembering the day everything shifted: one act of courage, one impossible instinct, now echoed in countless small voices refusing to be ignored. Vanessa and I stayed in touch. She rebuilt herself, created something for others out of her pain. And me? I kept going, one case, one patient, one truth at a time, knowing my story was just the beginning of something bigger. Even 6 months later, I could feel the world turning, the ripples still spreading. So yeah, that's how I went from invisible to infamous. All because I trusted my gut when everyone else wanted the story to stay clean and quiet. Maybe you're out there, stuck in your own silent room, scared to speak. I'm here to tell you, don't let anyone convince you your voice doesn't matter. Sometimes, all it takes is one slap, one act no one sees coming, to wake the world up. Now, what about you? Who do you think crossed the line here? Where's the line between instinct and insubordination, justice and scandal? Share your take below, because this isn't just my story, it could be anyone's. If this moved you, pass it on. Let's see who else is ready to break the silence.